Hello, my name's Hentis as well. How you doing? Welcome to my slot on the Dovetail Games Publishers Weekend event. Right, let's get going. Open the doors, turn the brakes, get the AWS on. Cancel that. And we'll stick Vigilance and DSD on. Don't think there's anything else. Traction, no, we don't need that. Headlights, stick them on. Right. So yeah, big thanks to Dovetail Games for giving me the opportunity to film this, to record this. So today's service is we are on class 465, and we're on Southeastern Highspeed. We are running between Dartford and Ramsgate. No, we're not doing Ramsgate, sorry. We are, well, it's 1 Echo 95 1016 London Bridge to Ramsgate. We are running between Dartford and Faversham. So let's put it in first. Stops of them. Let's get us going. Our first stop is Greenhithe for Blue Water. Let's get the window open as well. Get the sound effects in. So I hope everyone is enjoying the event so far. I'm not sure where this will be, but yeah, hope you're enjoying it. And hope you purchased any of the stuff on sale. Right, our stops are Greenhithe for Blue Water, Gravesend, Strood, Rochester, Chatham, famous place there, Gillingham, and Faversham. And another driver will take us onwards. I am quite known for a bit of having a lead foot in driving and going over the speed limits. And sometimes arriving late at stations. And sometimes not stopping at stations and going through them and Nebworthing them, as the term goes. I think we are a 4-car. Oh no, we're 8-car today. Southeastern Highspeed has been my favourite route ever since it's appeared within Train Sim World, and I think it's one of my really go-to routes, I have to say. If I'm having a bit of a bad day, then I just think, get on Train Sim World and I'll just get on, do something on Southeastern Highspeed, whether it's freight, passenger, or just standing at the station, just watching the stuff go through. Oh, hello. This thing does like to go like a bullet sometimes. I like the route a lot more now since the Dartford to Gillingham section's been put in, and the HS1 section to Ashford. It's a bit of a shame that they couldn't go down to Dollond's more. Nice bit of freight action there as well, but you know, just that's as it is, you know. But yeah, it's a very, very enjoyable route. I really, like I said, it's one of my most played routes. I think I've done over nearly 2,100 miles. So I'm not going to make that marker there. But we've got the doors on the platform, so we're happy. So the passengers can get off and not complain. Ramsgate via Faversham. So I've set this in November. So whether we get to see the railhead treatment trains running or not, I don't know. That is, I believe that is my signal. We've got to wait until 10:23. So yeah. Although although Southeast Highspeed is my favourite route, back in the day, before this was released, it was Great Western Express, and I drove over 5,000 accumulated miles on that route. So that's a lot of going up and down the route. I loved it. I absolutely loved that route. But this is now taking over the mantle. And it's pretty good because you've got HS1, St Pancras down to Ashford. And then you've got Dartford through to Faversham. As well as being part on HS1 from St Pancras down to Ebbsfleet, and then onto the old commuter lines with the 395 down to Faversham from Ebbsfleet. So yeah, it's it's a bit weird to sort of kind of grasp the route that you've got so much going on this route. You got the freight, you have freight, you have high speed, you have commuter, and then you have high speed and commuter combined as well. So you've got 4 different types, well, 3 different types, but in different guises. And it's about, we've got another yellow. It's about the different types of trains that you have. Get me on the yellow line, please. Passengers, eh? No, got another yellow. So we're chasing. We're going to be chasing up someone's rear. So at this point here, we're going over the HS1. Sometimes, there we go. We've got a train coming in behind us. That's the sort of thing that I like seeing. I like that sort of stuff in the game. It's where you see stuff going over you, stuff going below you, stuff running beside you. You know, I don't know if you like that sort of thing, but that is, I quite like that. Right. Well, we're still under yellow. I don't know if we've got a double yellow or a single yellow. What have we got? The gen braking is on. Oh, we've got a green. So we're running under doubles. So yeah, we'll put the speed up a bit. So this is the other thing what I like about this route. There's a few other routes that you can accomplish this on, and I think the other one is Hauptstrecke München-Augsburg. So I think this is the approach signals, isn't it? So I think we'll be under a red before we approach Gravesend. Sort of beer garden there, I think, is it? Is this beer garden? Yeah, well, I think so. Could be a beer garden. You've got a single, double yellow. So I think we might come to a stop outside Gravesend, actually. Still yellow, so yeah, I drive with the HUD on because I'm not good at remembering where things are. Got W, so we're fine. But you know, I mean, there are people. I know someone who drives this HUDless through the day, every day. In fact, he drives it in real life. So yeah. So he gets to drive this HUDless real life and drive it HUDless virtually as well. So yeah. So we're under green anyway, so we can go in. 30 mile an hour sign just coming up. So the other thing I find with this is that sometimes when I'm driving at night and I do my streams, I get really tired. I need caffeine to keep me awake, unfortunately. So coming in under yellow. Sometimes I think on some services we actually do get caught out on the red up there. .465 in the platform. I've done this route in real life years ago because I can remember going to Strood and it was on a 465. That's all I can remember because I went to a place in Medway somewhere. Someone picked me up and strangely, he drove all the way up there from Winchester, but he picked me up at Strood. And I can remember getting off at Rochester because I can remember the 465, and there was another one behind us running behind us. So yeah, it must have been about 1990 odd or something, like 2000, something like that. You can come back down here now, aren't you? Might close the doors. Do a run past, hopefully. All right. I am also known to unfortunately opening the doors on the wrong side as well. So we've got a 30 limit through here. Next stop is Strood. So Strood is kind of famous for having a submarine in the river. I've no idea. I'm not no idea what the background is to how and why the submarine is there and the reason for it and what have you and everything. But before we get to Strood, we've got Hoo Junction, which is a nice big railway yard, which I think GBRF and EWS do share it. Actually, no, GBRF, I'm thinking Tonbridge, which is further on down. As we go to Strood, you go straight on instead of going off around to the left, I remember rightly. Let's whack the speed up a bit. So it's a bit of a cloudy day. Not far away from Strood, Hoo. Quite nice driving down this area of the route at low sun or at sunrise. It's nice little, especially if it's a clear day sort of thing. It's just a nice overall effect. Right, what have we got at Hoo then? A couple of 66s, 1038 and 1034. So yeah. EWS. Oh, lead foot's on again. So there are a few places on here which I'm not really a big fan of, and one of them is the tunnels at Strood. There's 2 tunnels. I think there's the total length of about 2 miles, I think it is. Javelin, and then we got a 15 mile an hour limit straight after you come out of the tunnel, midway through the tunnel. Then you're up to about 20, I think it is. Into the second tunnel. I can't remember what the tunnels are called. we'll get a hit in a bit. Not a hit, a notice saying that we've got a 15-mile-an-hour restriction. There it is. Start slowing down to 15. Bit of tunnel vision there going on. Come up to yellow, I believe. Although I do have the indicators on at the top right, sorry, of the screen, I don't often see them or read them. I tend to look in the straight in front at the signals. Obviously, single yellow, then it would mean that the next signal is a stop, red. Coming into Shrewd. There's one of the stations that I can remember that I went through. I think it was Grays. Was it Gillingham? No, it was Gravesend. It would have been Gravesend. It actually had through tracks, and this is before they remodified it so it has a platform in the middle. This I love. This view is awesome because even now with the added freight, you actually get trains that are going down straight in front of you. With the original version of Southeastern Highspeed, they didn't. You did get the occasional freight train coming up, which it caught me out by surprise. As I was coming down this area here in a 395, I saw a 66 on an aggregate train coming into the platform. I'm thinking, I'm going to hit that. But of course, I didn't realise it was on this section of track here on the far right. So yeah, it's a nice view, and it's quite nice that you can actually drive down a little bit further down there, which is quite cool. I like that. But it's also great where you get stuff going across that comes from London Victoria, so they get stuff coming across the bridge. Will it be 465, 375? So we're under yellow. So if you're wondering how I'm moving around, it's because I have a keyboard. And I'm using the keyboard and controller. Yeah, nice shot coming out here. So there's a submarine. Give me two. One of the things that I do love so much about train sim world is the rail joints. The sound of the rail joints, and I'm quite often, even in my other streams, I'm quite often I'm there at point work, seeing the train go through, and yeah, really enjoying it. So Rochester is next. We're a little bit behind, but I'm sure we can make it up. It's on the yellows as well. So according to that, we are on time. So our next stop would be Chatham. We're on the yellows, so yeah. This is another part of that I'm not overly enjoy about the route. It's just the fact that I just find it so slow. We have 375. Oh, hello. Oh, that had to make an appearance, didn't it? That's one of my community members' creations. Right, so next stop should be Chatham, home of Dovetail Games. Ooh. So it's this section round here is that I'm not a big keen fan on. You know, you go from 30 to 50, then I think you go back down to 30 again. Me, I just want to put my foot down and go. There's one nice little bit that I do like here, and I don't know why they've got it here, but I think it's quite good. Stick my head out. Ooh, more way. It's just about here. As you go under the bridge. The old reverb kicks in. I think that's quite nice. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but I quite like it. It's a nice little touch. Also, so Dovetail are literally over that way somewhere. You can just about make out some sort of building, but also if you look over here, you can just about make out the famous Dovetail donkey. And there's a story behind why that donkey has a traffic cone on its head. So that's the Dovetail donkey there for the route for Southeastern Highspeed. Right, lock doors. 375 comes in. What do you think of the Electro Stars? I quite like them. Not just the 377s, not just for Train Sim World, but I quite like them in real life. I think they're quite an amazing British multiple unit that have been many different versions of them, so to speak. I've only been on a few of them. I don't think I've been on the 375. I've been on the 387 and the 377s. Not even done the Gatwick Express. I did the Great Western 387 from Didcot down to Reading, and it was a nice little drive, nice little ride. I quite enjoyed it. The 377 I did from, I think it was Clapham Junction through to Harrow and Waldstone. So we went from the third rail, transitioned over to OHLE, the overhead electric, and yeah, that was quite cool. Next stop is Gillingham, platform 3. Oh, we're under yellow, so we're going to have a red. Gillingham Tunnel. I think this the one that's approach control? I can't remember. I think the one approaching Gillingham is not Gillingham, Faversham, and might be Sittingbourne as well. But I don't think we stop at Sittingbourne. Our red light should just be about there. Which this has caught me out a few times because I've gone steaming through the tunnel and seen the red light, like, oh. So yeah, it happens. It happens. Oh, we got a yellow. Is that double yellow or single? It's a single. I think there's a lot of people that will drive a little bit better than what I can. So yeah. Oh, I make a lot of mistakes. I spad a fair bit. I really shouldn't admit this, but during one of my 8-hour drive the route streams, I've actually destroyed not Dresden. Where was it? It was Essen. I was on the local service coming in to terminate at Essen, and I misjudged it. I didn't realise I was going into the Bay platform. 395, and I hit the Bay platform at about 50 kilometers an hour, and yeah. Mind you, though, that was about 6 hours into my 8-hour stream. So yeah, that's one of my extended streams that I do. Like, I do special streams on bank holidays, where in the UK we have a bank holiday sort of thing. And so literally, I drive the whole route for 8 hours. I do is that rain? It is raining. I drive a shift, an 8-hour shift on that route. I've been doing that for about 3 or 4 years now. And oh, I suppose we're going to be putting the old oh no, don't want them. Don't want that one. Do it slow. So next stop should be Faversham. I think where we're literally we're all the way through. Faversham, platform 4. Got a nice run. I'll start to shut the doors. because they'll close by the time we go. And off we go. So Faversham platform 4 at 11:11. So this is where I will probably inadvertently speed. This is one of the places that I do like quite going past. Is the where you leave Faversham. Not Faversham, sorry, Gillingham. I've got to say Gillingham because Gillingham is Dorset, Gillingham is Kent, and my mate will kill me because he lives in Gillingham, Kent. So yeah, I quite like passing this area because of the depot here. And these little gantries, you can like gantries, you can actually climb up them. I can't show you now, but yeah, you can climb up them. So yeah, if you didn't know that. So you're going to whack speed up to 80. Walk factor 5. Oh, maybe not then. Because we're under yellow, so we've got some service travelling in front of us. I do find that really annoying because I just want to open up. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to open up the 465 on a nice long stretch? So that's a single yellow, so we're going to have a red. So I better start slowing down. Oh, it's a double yellow. Another 375. I mean, where I live, we don't have 377s. The closest 377s to us, to me, would be Eastleigh, well, Southampton and Eastleigh. Because I live in Poole, and all we get is 444s and 450s, Desiros. And Bournemouth, just up the road from me, get cross-country voyages as well. We don't get a lot of freight, literally hardly any, which is annoying. 66 coming. Give him a 2. Oh, rail treatment. He's not spraying. So yeah, we get services that terminate at Poole. We've got sidings down there, but that's mostly underwater at the moment. Yeah, strange, it is underwater. And because we have Swanage Railway, which branches off on the route as well, sometimes you get traffic going down to Swanage, and you know, sometimes it's visiting locos and what have you. There you go, got it green now. We've got green now. Even though we still had to do the warning on the AWS. Level crossings. So it's Rhein and we passed. So much for going walk factor 5 down through to Faversham then. But then again, something like this, it will keep you on your toes, so it will keep you alert, in theory, so to speak. So we are chasing yellows and greens here, unfortunately. $11 miles to Faversham. That should be a double yellow. It's green now. So this train should be 2 or 3 sections ahead of us. You'll slow down for the 70 coming through here. We're still under yellow, so I'm not going to accelerate. Put a little bit more brake on. So in theory, the next signal should be yellow. So I think that's a double yellow. This should be, I was going to say, it's not. So I think this is the approach control. I think for I'm going to say Sittingbourne, but I'm not sure. Should be raining a bit heavier now. Yeah, it is for Sittingbourne. We've got a train there, that's why. She might get held outside. Ooh, got another 66 on some MFAs? MHAs? MFAs? Oh, I definitely love those wagons. They're nice. And the wagon pack as well. The wagon sounds that they use for them are really good. Well, the weather's taken a little bit turn for the worse. Kent is supposed to be the Garden of Britain, this. Although every garden deserves a watering from time to time, but yeah. Starting to be a little bit torrential. This is the I was going to say Sheerness, I think it is, isn't it? Sheerness branch. So you got a yellow now, so he should have left in theory. And in this version of the Southeastern Highspeed, they've actually included services that go out, AI services that go out to the branch. It's a bit of a shame it's not included, but yeah, you know, just it is what it is. That's a bit of a shame because I just was so wanting to whiz through Sittingbourne, but yeah. I'm on the double yellow, so we can speed up just a bit. Do we get any lightning? That's the thing. And ever since the Class 465 has come in as DLC for Southeastern Highspeed, I've loved it. I really have loved it. It's just the fact that it's just pure unadulterated speed. It's not the fastest multiple unit out there these days, but it's just the acceleration and everything. And then you got the regenerative braking as well, which you activate by hitting that, which it is on at the moment. But yeah, it's a really nice unit. Right. So we've got a green now. 6.5 miles to Faversham. And also I must remember to toot for Bradley. That bridge, he lives not far from that bridge in real life. Got to toot for Bradley. It's just a thing that I do in my streams as well, so whenever I'm on here I've got to remember it's here. Toot for Bradley. So you've got an 85 mile an hour limit coming up, so yeah. I know max speed is 75, but we're going to blast it. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Oh, there is a bit of lightning as well, I think. .6 miles. To Faversham. Just to make them aware. .375 coming in. So the other thing as well that I like about this is dynamic weather. I when I first heard of this, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use what weather I want. And much to my surprise, I've not stopped using it. I wasn't really a happy chappy about dynamic weather, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it needs to be less changeable, but then again, you are travelling through the country, so it could be where it started, where like the original rainstorm started, where you're going or ending up could be the end of the rainstorm. So yeah, you know, obviously it will finish where you are, sort of thing. It'll stop raining towards your destination, so to speak. Right, got a yellow coming up. We'll start slowing down for that. Stone Lane crossing is approaching. That is Stone Lane crossing. Oh, yeah, there is a bit of thunder. This is set in November, so it's not December, January where it's usually snow, but it doesn't really snow that much down here. So we're approaching Faversham, 2 miles outside, where our service, well, I'll get off, and the guy will get on. The driver will replace me. Just turn my headphones volume down by turning my head. I think we're under approach control there, so yeah. Single yellow, so the next one after that will be a red, so we've got to slow down, and that should put us just outside Faversham. That's the approach control. So as I think we passed the AWS magnet, it will then turn to yellow, I think, if I remember rightly. But you've got to slow down as though it is a red that you're stopping at. So it is just meant to slow you down anyway before you enter the platform. There again, we might have to stop. There you go. So we're going in the platform on the left. The 15-mile-an-hour speed restriction as well. So as we're pulling into Faversham, I hope you've enjoyed my little segment here on Dovetails Publisher's weekend event. I don't know where it will be streamed, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Hentis Rail. I stream Train Sim World on Oh, hello. I'm not paying attention to the speed. I stream Train Sim World on Thursdays and Saturdays on my YouTube channel, YouTube.com/@HentisRail. I also stream other PS5 games or PS4 games on the Xbox on Sundays and Wednesdays. I also stream Train Sim World 3 on the Xbox Series S on the Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Hentis. And you can also, on my YouTube channel, see hundreds of real train videos as well. So, yeah, when you get time, come and say hello. As we approach. Sometimes I'm overly too cautious when I'm driving up to a red light, because no one ever wants to spad. Because it means you have to do it all over again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Once again, I have to say thank you very much to Dovetail for the opportunity to stream for their publisher event. And guys, I really hope to see you in the next one or in one of my streams. Oh, he's caught up with us then. Damn, we've done for speeding. And there you go, guys. Thank you all very much, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye. Bye-bye.